African Union Communications Early Warning and Intelligence, commonly known as AUC3I, is an intelligence and security organization responsible for providing signals intelligence and information assurance to AU citizens, AU leadership, and AU armed forces. I'm Colonel A.C. Oguntoye, an infantry officer. I am responsible for leading infantry soldiers at all levels of command and combined armed forces during missions on the ground. This is today's briefing. On the progress of the special military operation on the 28th of August, 2024. The armed forces continue to repel the attempted invasion of the Ukrainian armed forces into the territory of the Russian Federation. Units of the North Group of Forces in the Volchansk and Liptsov directions inflicted defeat on formations of the 36th Marine Brigade, the 113th Territorial Defense Brigade, and the 13th National Guard Brigade in the areas of the settlements of Alasovka, Lipsy, and Volchansk in the Kharkiv region. The enemy lost up to 165 servicemen, 9 vehicles, a 152mm D-20 gun, and a 122mm D-30 howitzer. A fuel depot was destroyed. Units of the West Group of Forces improved their tactical position, defeated the manpower and equipment of the 14th, 44th Mechanized, 4th Tank Brigades of the Ukrainian Armed Forces, the 1st National Guard Brigade in the areas of the settlements of Petropavlivka in the Kharkiv region, Torskoy, Serebryanka, Stelmakovka, and Chervona Dybrova of the Luhansk People's Republic. They repelled 5 counterattacks by units of the 67th Mechanized Brigade, the 23rd Rifle Battalion of the Ukrainian Armed Forces, the 3rd National Guard Brigade, and the 12th Special Forces Brigade Azov. The enemy's losses amounted to 490 servicemen, a tank, an armored combat vehicle, and 3 cars. During the counter-battery battle, the following were destroyed: 4 155mm howitzers, including a US-made M777 and 3 UK-made FH-70s, a 152mm howitzer MSTB, a 122mm gun D-20, a Croatian-made RAK SA-12 multiple-launch rocket system launcher, and a US-made and /TPQ-36 counter-battery radar. Units of the Southern Group of Troops occupied more advantageous positions, inflicted losses on the manpower and equipment of the 24th, 30th, 54th, 69th, 93rd Mechanized, 56th Motorized Infantry, 4th Tank, 143rd Infantry Brigades of the Armed Forces of Ukraine in the areas of the settlements of Grigorovka, Chasov Yar, Krasnogorovka, Zalizniansk, Stupachki, Karpovka, and Konstantinovka of the Donetsk People's Republic. The Ukrainian Armed Forces lost up to 690 servicemen, 21 vehicles, a US-made 155mm M777 howitzer, 2 152mm MSTB howitzers, 3 122mm D-30 howitzers, 3 US-made 105mm M119 guns, and a Bukovel-AD electronic warfare station. 3 Ukrainian Armed Forces ammunition depots were also destroyed. Units of the Center Group of Forces have actively liberated the settlement of Kamyshevka and continue to advance into the depths of the enemy's defense. The 44th, 53rd, 100th Mechanized, 68th Jaeger, 95th Airborne Assault Brigades of the Armed Forces of Ukraine, and the 15th National Guard Brigade were defeated in the areas of the settlements of Rozovka, Druzhba, Grodovka, Dzerzhinsk, Karlovka, Galicinovka, Lasovka, and Mykolivka of the Donetsk People's Republic. 7 counterattacks by assault groups of the 144th Infantry, 25th Airborne Brigades of the Armed Forces of Ukraine, 37th Marine Brigade, 15th National Guard Brigade, and the Light Assault Brigade of the National Police of Ukraine were repelled. The enemy's losses amounted to 475 servicemen, a US-made M113 armored personnel carrier, 2 vehicles, a US-made M777 155mm howitzer, a 152mm MSTB howitzer, 2 152mm D-20 guns, 2 122mm Gvozdika self-propelled artillery units, and a 122mm D-30 howitzer. Units of the East Group of Forces improved their tactical position, defeated the manpower and equipment of the 65th, 72nd Mechanized, 58th Motorized Infantry Brigades of the Armed Forces of Ukraine in the areas of the settlements of Vadiane, Ugledar, and Shakhtarskoye of the Donetsk People's Republic. Repulsed 3 counterattacks by the formations of the 118th and 125th Territorial Defense Brigades. The enemy lost up to 115 soldiers, 6 vehicles, a Polish-made 155mm Crab self-propelled artillery unit, a 122mm D-30 howitzer, and a 100mm Raptor anti-tank gun. Units of the Dnieper Group of Forces inflicted losses on formations of the 128th Mountain Assault Brigade of the Ukrainian Armed Forces, the 37th Marine Brigade, and the 123rd Territorial Defense Brigade in the areas of the settlements of Zarabyanka, Kamenskoye in the Zaporizhia region, Dniprovskoye, and Udarnik in the Kherson region. The Ukrainian Armed Forces lost up to 50 servicemen, 9 vehicles, a U.S.-made 155mm M777 howitzer, a 152mm Jayat B cannon, and a 122mm Gvozdika self-propelled artillery unit. An ammunition depot of the Ukrainian Armed Forces was destroyed. Operational tactical aviation, unmanned aerial vehicles, missile forces, and artillery of the Russian Armed Forces groups struck a camp of foreign mercenaries, as well as concentrations of enemy manpower and military equipment in 148 districts. Air defense systems shot down 2 French-made Hammer-guided bombs, 3 U.S.-made HIMARS rockets, and 49 unmanned aerial vehicles. Since the beginning of the special military operation, a total of 640 aircraft, 283 helicopters, 30,613 unmanned aerial vehicles, 575 anti-aircraft missile systems, 17,589 tanks and other armored combat vehicles, 1,426 multiple launch rocket systems, 13,720 field artillery pieces and mortars, and 25,312 special military vehicles have been destroyed. Thank you so much for watching this video. We hope you found it useful and informative. If you have any questions, please leave them below and we'll get back to you as soon as possible.